We appreciate you listening in. We'll be back with you before you know it. Remember, spend wisely, save intentionally, and give generously. This is The Ramsey Show.
Hey, it's Rachel Cruz, co-host on The Ramsey Show.
I know, Rachel.
If you want to do your debt-free scream live on the show, visit RamseySolutions.com/debt-free-scream. We'd love for you to come to Nashville and tell Dave your story. That's RamseySolutions.com/debt-free-scream.
Just put my links in the chat here and then we'll get going. Is that right? That's right. Okay. What up, Sid? How's it going? Oh, let's see if we are. I think we're all good. What up, Clay? Clay going to the Mecca today. Visiting the Ramsey Solutions. You should tell, next time you go, you should tell Mod hi. They'll tell you where the mod is. Or get him for you or whatever. Here, what am I missing here? Oh, my notes. All right. Show number 249 today. Didn't do yesterday because I had some late work to do and then other obligations. So no show yesterday, but we'll try to have a better one today. Even though the market results are different. So you ready to sing, Clay? It's not Friday, so you ought to be good. Those are for the drum taps. And I couldn't hear him. Didn't have it loud enough. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you pay off all your debt. Step mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I don't, that's why I don't, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now. You should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. How dare you not think about the mod, Clay? How dare you? Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultational assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that would be paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right, I don't know what is wrong with my voice today. It's near the end of some of those lines there, I was like, oh, like almost like a sore throat kind of, but it doesn't feel anything like a sore throat. Weird. All right, let's see, what can we do next? Oh, I know what we can do. Today's Ramsey Show was a news show, but everybody else abandoned George Camel, so he did it solo. And we have an extra verse now. So let's try this. Let's see if I can do this here. Messed up quite a bit the last time I tried it. That would have been what, last Thursday. Here we go. Yeah. He used to host YouTube back in the day. KC calls him George Camel with a K. Now George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. A borrow future, entree, leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears a Sotaboni, still wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off, hosting solo. Got a second dog, may have gotten an electric car. I forgot to ask him about that in the chat. He showed up in the chat at the end. All right, so there we go. And it's a market report. And even lower than it was up yesterday, so that's gone. So that's not fun. And with the NASDAQ at the negative 2.26, that was making, did you guys hear that? That was making a noise. The NASDAQ down negative 2.26%. That means yours truly will not be winning fantasy mutual funds. And I think for the first time in April, it will be Troy Story. So far, we have kept him out of the winners column for this month. It's been 2 trading days, though, so not that much. Let's see. Even more than that, the small cap been having a rough time there with it since about this is just today. I mean, not crazy. Like here's your Pandy crash right there. And it went gangbusters. And here's about when I decided, hey, maybe I should be getting in some of the small cap and rebalancing, despite my old age and trying to be more aggressive on funds. Maybe I'll get some small cap. And then it went whoosh and whoosh. So that's not very good. Let's see. But in the 5 years, it's up. Not in the 1 year, though. Again. Clay said he had a great visit with the family. Dad doing well. Headed back to St. Louis now. Excellent. St. Louis Arts, kids. I can't remember what else he says during vacation. Second vacation reference today. The other one was, what was it? Oh, when somebody asked when another person in the chat was. And he said, why do you need to know that? I said, we like to send out a mailer. That's Randy Quaid from that first vacation movie. And St. Louis Arch is something like, look at it, kids. What is it? It's St. Louis Arch, however many stories, and it's got an elevator it goes all the way to the top. Gee, Dad, can we go in it? No. So, fun times. Fun times. What else we got to do here? S&P, 1.26% down, and Dow Jones, 0.8% gain. And what do we have to say about that? Dow's 225 point drop led by losses for Boeing, Salesforce, Inc. stocks. And so not a fun day. And I've reached my limit. Also, shout out to Tina Share. Carnival Corp. Stock gains nearly 3% after cruise operator has busiest booking week ever. So there you go. Let's see. Clay says the new Ramsey Solutions building is really cool. It's weird though. It was only me and like 6 other people in there, although it was the end of the show. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It seems like there hasn't been many people in there since the pandy. I mean, they were like one of the last places to shut down their insides, I think, and it just hasn't been that many people there. Although it's possible that more people registered at ramseysolutions.com/visit. And if you do that, then they do their best to let you know if Dave is going to be there or not. So maybe they did that. Did you do that, Clay? Mama call him Clay. Daddy call him Clay. I call him Clay. So yeah, ramseysolutions.com/visit, and they'll do their best to let you know if Dave is there. And of course, he's on Dave-cation for going into the second week now. So how many stories is that, Clay? Do you know right off the top of your head how many stories it is? He says he's been up in the arch twice. Earnings calendar, we got Costco coming up tomorrow afternoon after the market closes. So AJ has one last shot to get in there and make that earnings go up tonight. Get in there, AJ. Then next week is got some money places reporting. And that is the technical word for that, the money places. Is that sound like a real professional to me. Chase and Citigroup and Wells Fargo and Bank of America. They're banking in America. And in there also United Health Group. Didn't register. New Day wasn't there already. Okay. Do you know how many stories is in that? Yeah, it's a 20-second or something delay. So we'll see if that comes back. Okay, so the most followed single stocks on the Google. And it looks like what? Yeah, the most down, Tesla. No stranger for them to be plus or minus 3 or more. They're normally over 3% either way. Let's see what we got. Amazon down 2.55%. The next most down. And the least down of these is the artist formerly known as Facebook Meta Platforms Inc. And it's 0.88%. So, yeah, so, does it say why? Oh, yeah, before, I think they changed this title. I think before, this, but they may have updated it. I think it said inflation and Russia again. And so, hey, guess what? Inflation and Russia again was a thing on Monday as well. And it was, market was fine. So I'm not buying it. Not buying it one single bit. And just 63 stories. Okay, that does sound about right. According to the movie, I think he does say that. 63 stories. 63 stories high, and they got an elevator that goes all the way to the top. Gee, Dad, can we go in it? No. All right. Let's check out the rest of the planet. Maybe they did better. Looks like it. Still mostly down, but two of the indices up in the Europe. Asia, mostly up. How about that? So maybe that's some good news for tomorrow. The US dollar up on the euro, up on the yen, up on the British pound, love, up on the Canadian dollar, but not up on the Australian dollar, mate. There will be shrimp of galore on the bobby tonight. I can't do whatever's going on with my voice. I can't do that either. All right. Pals in crypto, you can see mostly getting down except the Doge, of which Elon has tweeted about. And speaking of the Elon, I'm going all out of order today. Elon Musk to join Twitter's board of directors, teases significant improvements. All right, well, so yesterday he tweeted that he had 9% of the shares of Twitter, and so that started a buy, and so they went up yesterday big time. And then so now today he's joining the board of directors. So I don't know if that's illegal or not for you to do. Teases significant improvements. It's Twitter's Twitter. It's like, what is it? It's something like 20% of the world is on Twitter, and 2% of that tweet more than like once a week or something like that. So it's your really small silent majority. Vocal minority there, and companies have changed policies and stuff based on Twitter, even though it's just a very small percentage of the population of the world. Yeah, St. Louis Arch. Scroll up there, Obs. Or do you not? No, you don't get to see it if you come late. Well, don't come late, Obs. Don't come late, Obs. If you don't come late, then you see everything in the chat and you hear everything I'm talking about. So, but I'm kidding. I appreciate it, Obs. Let's see. So Hill, after taking a 9.2% stake in the social media company, now did he buy that or did they give that to him? I wonder. According to a release filed with the SEC, Troy Story, where are you? What does the Southeastern Conference have to do with that? I'm kidding. It's the Securities and Exchange Commission. We kid about that a lot. Twitter stock closed up 2%. It was higher yesterday. Through conversations with Elon in recent weeks, it became clear to us that he would bring great value to our board. And so we gave him that 9%, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he bought it. Who knows? Who knows? I think they're allowed to give you stock. I think companies are allowed to give you stock if they wanna. If they want. Bob says, I'm not late. Everyone's just early. No. I did start the show before you got here, so that means you're late. But that does, of course, remind me of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, River Phoenix playing a young Indy. And he is looking for everybody, and he says, everybody's lost but me. So, which actually was probably the case, come to think of it. All right, what else we got? First news. This is from the New York Times, nytimes.com. The U.S. economy is booming, so why are economists worrying about a recession? Because they got to worry about something at all times. There's little sign that a recession is imminent, but sky-high demand and supply shortages are testing the economy's limits. Yeah, I mean, the supply and demand does affect it. Absolutely, though. But now that the pandy is like over, some of that supply and demand should be getting rectified, even if slowly. So we'll see. Employers adding hundreds of thousands of jobs a month to help. And would I read more people if they could find them? Go to work, people. Get work, get jobs. If you already got one, get another one. You could use that extra money for something, right? Added 431,000 jobs in March alone. That's a lot, dog. Unemployment rate is falling to 3.6, barely above the pre-pandy level, which it was itself a half-century low. So, there you go. Remarkable strength carries the seeds of its own destruction. Yeah, things can eat themselves from the inside. Let's see. Driving up they think they can. Fed thinks they can cool off the economy, bring down inflation without driving up unemployment, causing a recession. But many economists are skeptical. Did I say that? Yeah, skeptical that the Fed can engineer such a soft landing, especially in a moment of such extreme global uncertainty. It's like trying to land during an earthquake. Okay, thank you, Dara Sinclair. William Dudley, a former president of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, called a recession virtually inevitable. Just like Thanos, right? He is among the arguing that if the Fed had begun raising interest rates last year, like we told you, it might have been able to rein in the inflation merely by tapping the brakes on the economy. Now they say the economy is growing so rapidly and prices rising so quickly that the only way for the Fed to get control is to slam on the brakes and cause a recession. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully that won't happen. But I mean, I see what they're saying. Yo. Growth was slow, not necessarily a bad thing. Slowdown doesn't have to mean a recession in theory, yeah. All right, that's a long article, dog. A lot could go wrong. It always can. Global turmoil. If politicians say the wrong thing at the wrong time. All right, read 517 comments. Maybe we should do that. I'm kidding. Kidding about that. Let's see what we got from CNBC. Here's an item by item. Look at how much more expensive your groceries are due to inflation. Let's find out. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Bag of oranges up 14.3%. Ground beef, 2 pounds, 13.6. Margarine, 11.4. Now let's see if there's anything that I buy on here. I'll go slow so you can look. You can also look at search for the article yourself if you want to see it. Article being one of the words you cannot type in the Ramsey Show chat. Entenmann's, Hungry Man, although that is frozen. But I don't buy that. I don't buy that either. I bought some soup every once in a while in my day, and that's gone up 10%. Chips Ahoy cookies, 8.5. 2 heads of lettuce, 2.29 to 4.97. What? February 2022 average price difference in price. Oh, that's not what that was it? That is the wrong math there. That one's right. That one's right. That one's right. Yeah, this one is just not right. 39. Yeah, that's just not right. Maybe the percentages, but this math isn't right. CNBC, give me a call. We can talk about. I can proofread your crap for you. That one is correct as well. Okay, so it's just that one got screwed up. I'm guessing give him a break on that. Cornflake cereal. We're talking about Frosted Flakes in the Ramsey Show chat today. Gum, 7.1%. Soda, 2 packages of 12. 2 liters are the cheapest by volume. So you get that, and then you can pour them into some of the smaller bottles. So let's see, was the most percentage was what? 11. Oh, we went in order. We went in order of most change. So that was oranges and beef are the most. And then the next bit, margarine, eggs, milk, Entenmann's, and Hungry Man, boneless filled chicken, 16 ounces. All those are in the 11s. So yeah. Oh yeah, I meant to mention, hashtag mention, I got my picture with George on the debt-free stage. That's excellent, Clay. Clay, if you'd like to send that to me, if you don't mind yourself being seen to the world, I will be more than happy to show that on the after show. And when I say the world, I mean, however many people end up watching this through all the time, until eventually, you would think eventually they would say, okay, we got to get rid of some of these videos, because they don't have like unlimited space forever. Twitch already does that. They knock your stuff off of there really, really fast. Let's see. And this one, of course, we can't read it, but we can get the gist of it. 41. My partner is 50. We have $800,000 in retirement savings and make $250K. We want to retire ASAP, but no, our money won't last our lifetime. What can we do? You can work longer until regular retirement age. Not even that long. You can. You're 41, dog. At least put it in there to 55. You know what I'm saying? So, when you get, work until you get to a point where you're like, oh, this is enough. So, yeah. And make sure you're doing the math right, obviously. And you can ask a financial person to go over that for you as well, to see. But, the money won't last your lifetime, so a big part of that would be if you have the house paid off. If you have the house paid off now already and no other debt, then you might be able to do it, depending on how much you spend a year, then what your expenses are. They would have to be very low. So that's what I'm saying. You are 14 more years, at least both of you put in until 55 each. But would it not be fair if your partner at 55 retires, and then you have to work 9 more years? Is that not fair? So anyway, that's the dealio on that. For people, yeah, that's people watch it after. More people watch it after the fact, Clay. Just like more people watch after the fact for the Ramsey show as well. So. Won't last if you keep living on $250K. If you live on $70K, it would probably be fine. Right. Well, the $250K is their working income, I'm sure, not what they would get, from retirement. Even you don't get Social Security until much later than that. So yeah, I understand. Who wouldn't want to stay home and just play video games all day? That's probably not what they would want to do. But and that's it too. A lot of people say when they retire, they want to travel the world and stuff, and that ain't free. So yeah, it all depends. Some of the stuff we don't know, and a lot of times they don't even give enough information. They don't even say whether they paid their house off or not. But yeah. Sid knows though. Sid knows everything. She has an open invitation to co-host with me if she ever has the time to do so. She knows that. Let's see, what time is it? 6:30. Let's do a couple Reddits and then maybe we'll end a little earlier.com/Dave Ramsey. Right, I also didn't do tech support with Coach Steve Money, where I do this exact same thing, except I go to the tech support forum and answer questions based on my 25 plus years of being a PC tech. That's a long time when I think about it now. And I didn't even start that early either. Alrighty. I would find a gram. There's some Scuba 5T, Baby Step 7. I would find a Graham and Dave segment rather fun to watch and listen to. Sounds like they both respect each other and accomplishments. Yeah, that's fine. And we have this discussion almost every week, at least once, almost every week in the Ramsey Show chat. People always think they know something good for the show, and they think, oh, it'd be great if you have some debt leverage people on and and debate it out. There's no debate. It's just if you believe in carrying debt or you don't believe in carrying debt. So that's the dealio on that. And also, you're also looking at a thing now is Coke has the more market share, and they cost more for a reason, because it's better. And so Coke is not going to have Pepsi on its talk show to talk about how, what the best drink flavors are and how you should go about it. So I mean that's ridiculous to me about that. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. One does debt leverage, one does not. And the debt leverage people, I'm sorry, you just, I'm sure there's success stories out there, but Dave can point to all his documented successes, millions of documented success stories. The debt leverage people do not have such a thing that they can point to. I mean, some are out there, sure. Alrighty. Clay helped Grandma with some yard work, and now a poison ivy all over him. Well, Clay, I hope you didn't get now. So if we look tomorrow and George is scratching, we'll know it's your fault. Okay? You didn't get too close. You didn't get too handsy with George, did you? During the I don't know what that is. I don't know why my voice keeps doing that. Don't get handsy with the co-hosts. All right, quick question from A986IL or IL. I have multiple debts, and I'm just starting my journey. I have not saved for baby step 1 yet, but I have a question regarding debt. I have a no interest deferred if paid off by June 22nd, 2022 care credit loan. What's care credit loan? For $1,600. If it's not paid off by this date, it will accrue 6 months of interest instantly, or 28 monthly from when the loan started. I also have multiple credit card debts starting at $300 with an interest of 29%. Would it be better to pay out the interest-free loan first to not pay the interest, or should I still start from the smallest and take the interest hit from the care credit loan? Super new to this with no reward system. Sincerely appreciate any kind of feedback. He added stuff in. Single mother 3 received no child support. They can't find him. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. I have subsidized housing. Current rent $400. Car payment $450. Get good stamps of $330 and add $200 for my income to meet the food need. Okay. Behind 2 months of payments accepted. Income before deductions is 28 before any deductions. Okay, it's approved to work full time now, so the numbers will change. But yeah, as far as in this, 6 months times 28%. But like right now, you got this is at 29%. So you could clear off that and then clear the entire debt and clear up whatever the minimum is due. You may get hit for some by that, but probably yeah, probably I'm gonna stick with the smallest to largest. And if that's starting at 29% interest and some of the multiple credit cards are higher percent interest, then yeah, this is gonna, it's gonna be same is what it looks like. So if it's same, do smallest to largest on that. That is a rough situation. Do you actually invest for retirement? What in the world is this from W. Connor? Let's see. Oh, how do you actually invest for retirement? Do you endorse financial advice? Do you invest? Okay, match speech for all. Or do you vary from your teachings? Where and why do you vary? Okay. All right. Either, could be either rabble rouser or seriously wants to know. Okay. I missed the how right there. First I was saying, do you actually invest? Yeah, you do. Missed the how right there. So, and I'm sure out of these 60, I would wager half of them do not do it as Dave suggests. Clay says you can't spread poison ivy like that. You can't? By touching somebody? Skin on skin? You can't do that, Clay? Why Dave recommend this Ray Fusion again? He hasn't been in the chat lately unless he's come in there under a different name. But why Dave recommends mutual funds over index funds is because the mutual funds can beat the index. There's some that can beat the index. Now granted, you cannot be lazy and you just can't get your index fund and set it and forget it forever. You have to check on the mutual funds and make sure they are beating the index. And if not, you can change them out. But they can be found. Managed mutual funds that beat the index can be found. So, yeah. He's been researching and asking himself why Dave recommends them over index funds. He tells you over and over again if you would listen. People don't listen. Also, if you want to find out, just YouTube. There's tons of videos on it as well. YouTube, Dave Ramsey, managed funds over index funds, managed funds, index funds. Just YouTube it, and Dave will tell you himself. Clay said only if you had the oils on you right after you touch the plant. It's been days since I touched it, and I've showered multiple times since then, and that is good to know, Clay. Always good to know from my fellow man that they enjoy the shower. If you're going out into the world, if you're staying at the crib, you can skip a day, maybe two. So keep it civil, no rudeness or trolling, and yet it does happen. But again, give me a disclaimer on this. The Dave Ramsey subreddit is run by fans, not by Ramsey Solutions. Ramsey Solutions does have a group called the Ramsey Baby Steps Community on Facebook, and there are bunches of other ones as well, including at least 3 Ramsey dating groups, in which it seems most of the people in there are married. Okay. So and not like trying to step out or anything like that. They're just married and they're not looking to date, but they're in the dating group. All right, so sell car or keep it. This from Chick Disker. All right, we'll do this one and maybe one more. Let's see. Recently found Dave's podcast and I've been listening with some regularity. I picked up a copy of Tote's Cash Redo, but haven't found time to sit down and read it yet. assuming I want to get started on baby steps, I have a question. First of all, just sit down and read it. It's like 7th grade reading level. It's really, really easy to understand. And of course, that is the reason why some of the so-called smart people don't trust Dave or think, well, the same, the standard thing. Always fine for getting you out of debt, but after that, for investing in stuff, don't do that. Let's see what the question. Currently, a car loan, 2018 Nissan Rogue, 13 years newer than my car is. And thanks to the crazy market, I will most likely be able to sell it to someone like CarMax for break even. Excellent. I've listened to the show enough to know the efficient answer would be sell it yesterday. Most times, yep. We're also getting a little bit over $5,000 back from taxes whenever that comes in. So that would be the car fund. All right. Question is, would it be better to just put that money towards the snowball, credit cards, student loans, and car loans since the car is newer? Most likely more reliable than anything I'd find in the $5,000 range. My concern is that this car is the main transport for my family, wife, and one toddler with intent to have another in the next year or so. My wife has a 2015 car that we bought new and paid off, but it's a fairly small car, which is fine to get her to and from work, but not ideal for a growing family. 2 adults and 2 babies can't fit in a small car. I'm going to give you the skeptical hippo eyes or whatever they're called. I mean, what you talking about, really, user? Yeah. This is what we call the justification station. Well, again, train coming in. George did that the other day on the show. He's like, oh, it sounds like we've got a train coming into justification station. An idea of a growing family. You have one child right now. You don't even have the other child, and it's already an excuse for you to keep a new car. So how about a negatory, good buddy, on that? I know budget-wise, let's get rid of the car, which I'm fine with. I have real no attachment to it. I do have serious concerns about getting something used that we can pay cash for because it's going to likely be A, older, B, high mileage, and C, both. Yes, so here's how you do that. You can do that, but you can't have everything. If you decide to keep your car because you want something reliable, then you have to give up more. You have to sacrifice more. Then you I don't know what your budget was like, now, if you even started it, but then, then you don't even go out to eat once a week or once a month or anything like that. You don't go out to eat at all. At all. You don't, you get rid of all but, maybe one, subscription service, like for entertainment, like Netflix or something. You save, you get rid of even that, or if you decide to get a part-time job, then that, then you could say, okay, well, if you sacrifice more on something, then I don't really have a problem with you keeping a car like that in your, nothing crazy, but in your in your world, it's, $16,000 on it. Yeah, so that's the dealio on that. But not ideal for a growing family. That's justification language. So yeah. Clay does have a shower. Actually, it was his grandma, so his grandma's has a shower. I don't know if he has one at the crib or not. All right, paying for college. This from Trust 181. The option to pay with credit debit with a 2.75% fee, or pay directly from my checking account without extra fees. Which option is best? I would have to provide account details if I paid PAID directly from my checking account. Is this safe? Who are you paying this to? This to the college? You write them a check. You write them a check. Yeah, they do. I mean, a bunch of places like I don't know that they're doing it anymore, but like when like the DMV first like got into this century, the Department of Motor Vehicles or Bureau of Motor Vehicles had got into this century with cards. They did a fee too to use it. Passing on the fee that they get charged from, MasterCard or Visa or whatever, passing it on to the consumer, which I mean, I guess is no different than if they up the prices for everything to take care of that. So yeah, you can write your college a check, I'm sure. And Sid says it's safe to give the college your bank details. I would send them a check. Yeah, write a check. Yeah, she right. Yeah, alrighty. Time is it 6:46. See, that's the kind of input that Sid would give if she was doing co-hosting. I would throw it to her, and she says she would Sid actually me with the actually. So, what would Dave do? Where do I start? Altruistic claim 6849. 30-year-old single female living in New York City. Bum bum doo. So New York City, of course, you get to pay higher taxes for living in the city. So nice, they named it twice, and it doesn't give you a pass on math doing that, or living in the California or anywhere else. Doesn't give you a pass for that. So let's see, what would Dave do? Began career in nonprofit management, and for the last 5 years worked in nonprofit human resources. Never been one for finances. In my mind, just paying off my credit card bill every month and withholding enough of my taxes so I don't get slammed with a huge bill come April. Last week I was given a 10.5 salary bump, which will put me at $95K starting July. Well, that's pretty cool. I literally know nothing about investing, saving, even opted out of work 401k plan, not wanting to deal with the hassle of figuring it out. This is all too normal. This is probably all too normal. Why is that? There we go. I thought I clicked on that already. Okay. To be even more honestly, so what, 32 millennial, so yeah, honestly, serious relationship that ended last year. I've always been secure about my finances, but pretty secure about the future because he was really good with money and I knew he'd tell me what to do, take care of us. I'd always work, of course. All right, well, that always happens too. That happens way more than we'd like to think, and it's not even necessarily just the man knowing more about finances. The female, right, Sid? Oh, I opened the user's profile page. Thank you. Claire's got into Kentucky. Thank you, Sid, for keeping me straight. See, yeah. Said backseat streaming there for me. Appreciate it. All right. So yeah, last few days been an existential life crisis. So WTF am I doing? It feels like I'm not getting ahead financially. That's my fault. Okay, so I mean, you can't just poo-poo that information. I mean, yeah, it's where you start financially and stuff like that. But the reason you're thinking about it, and also what you're going through in this hashtag season, is a serious relationship that ended, and that's not easy to come off of either. So that just makes everything else. That makes the money stuff feel like it's more weighing on you more. And let's see, not getting ahead, and that's my own fault. Sure. You can say bad girl, or if you're a boy, or whatever, or a rhinoceros. You can say bad rhinoceros. But then after that, you can't go back in time, so you have to start now where you're at. So join this group and made an EDB, every dollar budget. Figure that out. But I want to learn more and just don't know where to start or what to do other than for the first time I actually have a detailed budget again versus I think this is about what I should spend. Yep, cool. Well, so you're on the right track. No student loans, renter in New York City, no car payments, 14.6 in savings, 4,000 statement balance on Chase Sapphire. Put everything on it because of points. Always pay to avoid interest. Take that 4,000 and that leaves you 10,000 in savings. Pay that off. I do have a rather high health expenses that are not covered by insurance, which come out at $1,000 per month. You got it, so you just budget it. Making the budget was eye-opening. I can spend a lot more than I make. I need to budget, yes, but what else should I do? No clue. You're on the right track as far as you get out of debt first. Get out of debt in full emergency fund, which sounds like you might be about right at. You would have $10,000 after you paid off the Chase Sapphire, unless there's other debts. But you are right there. And then you would start, you got to get that budget hammered down, and there's probably stuff on it that you might need to cut. Because what we're going to, after you get out of debt and you have the 10,000 or whatever, your 3 to 6 months emergency fund, whatever that number ends up being, once you have that, then the next step is investing. And so we're going to ask you to put 15% on that. 15% of your gross income in investing. And so that's a lot, and that's probably more than the minimum payments you've been making. So there may be things you have to cut out. 5,000 monthly income. So that's like 3,8, another 2. So like 3,600 for expenses, 1,000 in the health stuff. So that's 2,600 in expenses. Yeah. So there might be expenses that you would have to cut, but other than that, you're doing fine. Assuming you don't have any other debt other than that Chase Sapphire, and we're paying that off and we're closing it, and we're not worrying about points, and we're not worried about credit score. So, but yeah, sounds like you're doing fine. And I open see the problem with the opening the user's profile page is that I work in computers, so Sid does not work in computers, but she is younger, so. Let's see. Sid says she's not in Kentucky. When Clay said welcome to Kentucky, he's just driving and he just got to Kentucky. And Clay said technically you're in Kentucky with me via the chat, and that's true, sort of. The metaverse expands to the Kentucky. Metaverse expands to the Kentucky. All right. So as I said, I did not do the. I might do one tonight, maybe tonight. Maybe tomorrow night, we'll see. I do have Old Man Video Gaming tomorrow night too. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna when I get home, I'm gonna do a drilling down episode. That's the Curse of Oak Island companion show. I'm going to do a no-cap recap for that. And then I might do a tech support with Coach Steve Money before going to bed. Hopefully early, semi-early. But anyway, upcoming streams include Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this show, the Ramsey Show After Show. Mondays usually, which didn't happen this week, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, tech support with Coach Steve Money. Wednesdays, no set time, the Curse of Oak Island no cap recap. Last week it was up at 7 a.m. I believe on Wednesday. And Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. All right. tend to give my plugs. We have, if you got money problems or just want to make sure you're on the right track, as that last person did in the Reddit, in the Dave Ramsey subreddit, you can schedule an appointment with me. You click that link, and at the top of the chat, and also in the video description, calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney, and then you can pick a date like May the 4th be with you, and then you can pick whatever time you want that appointment to be, and Calendly will email me and let me know, and I'll email you back and let you know what information I need to accurately assess you. PayPal, that's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney for donations. Obviously, every little bit helps. Let's see, Instagram, you can add me on there, and I might put something else on there one day. I do need to do more of that. I know I always say that and never do it. Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Email me if you'd like to sing the Baby Step song, as I think Julia Claire is going to do, hopefully. Try to email me. I mean, I hope she's going to send me the recording of her singing it. So you can email me, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Or if you have any questions about anything. See if we got that one subscriber back. We're up to 398 for like a week and then lost one. So, yeah. But if you'd like to talk with me about Oak Island or the Ramsey stuff, financial coaching, video gaming, computer stuff, the songs that I've written about Ramseyville, Ramsey World, and whatever else you got on your mind, I'd be more than happy to interact with you if you'd like to shoot me an email. I have some time to do that. And give you now before I become really famous and have to assign that to some underling like Sid or somebody to go through my email. So let's see. Sid says that just means she knows someone in Kentucky, not that she is in Kentucky. But Clay said, you probably know another Kentucky acquaintance of mine. They call him the Colonel. Get it? Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, okay. Also rumored, the Colonel is also rumored to be in the Illuminati with the, what is it, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Queen, the Vatican, and Colonel Sanders before he went tits up. Okay. That's for a movie called So I Married an Ex-Murderer, Mike Myers, a different guy. Probably not as jovial. Alrighty, let's get out of here. What do we do? I already gave all my plugs. Oh, we just say make smart financial decisions every day. Thank you so much for taking us through Kentucky with you, Clay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I said, as always, a pleasure. And not kidding about that co-hosting. Whenever you have a time. Or maybe if this is not a good time for you, maybe we could do a different thing another time, perhaps. And I do need to get back on that other project. I didn't have time to do it today. All right. Yeah. So make smart financial decisions every day. And if you're watching this after the fact, which anybody else would be, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. That's the best thing you can do for me if you would like to help me out. And like, and you can comment. And yeah, have a wonderful night. See you, Clay. Make smart financial decisions every day.